Hey, you've been listening and nodding along thinking, I'll start speaking when I feel more ready. But here's the truth: clarity and confidence, they come from doing. That's why I created In Demand, my monthly membership for people just like you who are ready to grow their business with speaking. Even if you're not sure what to do, where to find opportunities, or what to say once you get that opportunity, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. And we'll make sure that you don't do it alone. Doors are open now, and our next live call is coming up. So if this has been tugging at you, consider this your sign. You can join us at speakandstandout.com/IND for In Demand, and that link is down below. Your audience is waiting. And I promise the moment that you step up, the right people will start paying attention to you. Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Laurie-Ann, and you are listening to Be in Demand. This is a speaker breakthrough session. So if you are a coach, a consultant, a service provider, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to be doing some live coaching, so it's like you're a fly on the wall. But this podcast is all about how to leverage public speaking events to write, deliver, and get positioned as the expert, monetize your story. So, Sean, thank you for saying yes and coming on and wanting to do a speaker breakthrough session. Can you just tell me what you do and who you help?
Well, thank you, first of all, for having me, Laurie-Ann. I so as you said, my name is Sean, and I am the founder of Ask AI with Sean. So I work with women in their second act who are ready to stop doing everything the hard way. I teach them how to use Chat GPT to simplify their mental load and take bold steps in life and business without the burnout.
Nice. What is second act?
Second act is another way of saying you're in the reinvention phase.
What age
You
is that,
are um
roughly?
so 40 plus.
Okay. I've been in that group a
Yeah.
while.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And I mean, my approach makes AI feel less techy and
Okay.
more like having a personal assistant who actually gets you.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to get out of our time together?
So I was hoping to maybe dig into the fact that I wear many hats, right? Not only in my personal life, but just business wise as well. Being
Hmm.
a solopreneur, you know, you 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 do it all.
Okay.
And I am also the chief of staff at a multimedia studio here locally.
Okay.
And that entails a lot.
Okay.
Um,
So you have a full-time job?
so it is, yeah, you would say that it is full time.
Okay.
But a
Okay.
lot of it is done virtually, but it's yeah.
Okay. So you're wearing too many hats and you want this to
So,
become your full-time business,
yes.
helping moms, helping women in their second act
Mhm.
embrace AI to use as their personal assistant. Have you
I
done some
have
speaking?
been yes, and that was my thing. So I want to jump into the speaking world,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of stuck with, um, first of all, like, being a polished speaker, and I know that comes with time.
Mhm.
And what ways, because right now I'm working on visibility and exposure in my business, right? And I'm wondering what is it I can be doing to help me to grow as a speaker? Should it be because I do workshops, my own workshops. Currently, I have spoken and conducted trainings for SCORE um,
Mhm.
organization. I'm stuck with, okay, what are my steps? What are my next steps, right?
Yeah.
Um, what should I
Okay.
focus on with so limited time that I have.
Right. Okay, let me ask you another question, and that is, what is holding you back?
So there's a lot of mindset that has been coming up. I just did like a speaker's boot camp
Mhm.
for the past few days, and a lot of things were brought to the fore that I didn't even think I was dealing with.
Like what?
One is like I thought I had gotten past I'm not the expert, right?
Mm,
Um, how can I use my voice, which I don't at one point I'm really working on this now, but at one point I really did not like my voice. So
mm.
um it was like yeah, so I'm working on getting past that, right? Um and it's more like I guess you call it imposter syndrome.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
imposter syndrome.
yeah.
So your mindset, stuff that is just kind of bubbled to the surface, is imposter syndrome showed up and about your voice.
Mhm.
Okay, let
Yes.
me just share with you because the imposter syndrome's a big one, and it's one that's gonna, I just want to let you know, it's gonna keep coming up. It's not something that you ever get over, but you'll notice it again and again, and hopefully like quicker and quicker. Be like, oh, there it is again. Nobody get like
Oh,
every time that you grow and you level up, that imposter syndrome shows up. Okay.
wow.
Like, I've already written several best-selling books, and I'm in the process of writing my next book, which is for this industry. I've written books on leadership and personal development when I was a speaker on leadership and personal development.
Mhm.
So now I'm starting to write a book for this industry that I'm in, finally. I've only been in this industry now for 7, 8 years, and guess what shows up? Who am I to write the book? Somebody else has already written. So I just know like, okay, okay, imposter syndrome, take a seat right over there in the corner. So I just want to share with you that that's gonna come up again. But we're gonna talk more about that in a moment. Your voice.
Mhm.
What is it you don't like about your voice?
So I asked myself this a while ago. Um and at one point I worked with like a voice coach
Mhm.
and she really went deep with me, Laurie. Like she brought me back to childhood. Like it, and that's where it stems from.
Yeah.
It's because I was silenced, you
Mhm.
know, being bullied, and um so it was like I didn't feel like I had a voice.
Yeah.
And even when I would, like, I remember, and I'm dating myself, but I remember um, recording myself on because I was a bookworm, and so in order to study for tests, I would record myself on the cassette tape
Yep.
and listen back to my notes that I would read,
Yep.
and that helped me to prepare for tests, right? And I would get so aggravated hearing my voice, like I sound so nasally or um I have such a deep voice, just finding all kinds of things that's wrong with my voice.
Did you find anything right with your voice?
Yes, because it's like it's unique.
Yeah.
People when they hear me talk now, they say, "Oh, I love to hear you speak." And of course, at first it's like, "Me? You sure?" But I am trying very hard to embrace that and accept those words of, you know, making me feel that, yes, my voice, it is different, but that's what makes me me, right?
That's right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to put a couple of sticky notes on your bathroom mirror.
Okay.
I love my voice. People love to hear my voice. Let's reprogram your mind to believe
Okay.
something new because the other part of this homework that I want to give you is about the bullying. Very similar story happened to me. I lived overseas, and one day I came into class and nobody was talking to me. I was like, I had no idea like what had happened from one day to the next, but nobody talked to me. And like you, I became a bookworm. When you dig up that story, it's like, wow, that how many times has that story played in my life
Mhm.
where I'm still that 13-year-old who's been silenced. I want you to write a love note of for I forgive you to those bullies.
Oh, wow.
This is
A
what I
love
did.
note.
A love note, I forgive you because they didn't know what they were doing or, like I was also living in Japan. I'm 5'10". I'm a giant, okay? I'm a giant in Japan. So maybe there was a touch of jealousy. Like there's so much that I don't know about what happened. But guess what? Our minds make stuff up. So what if I made up a new story that they just didn't know how to deal with the American, the 5'10" American that because they all wish that they were tall. I don't know.
Wow. That is so awesome because, it's, and I just have to share this part that you bring that up that so it was um like it was in kindergarten
Yeah.
and my mom couldn't figure out like why I would cry not to go to school. She even brought me to a psychiatrist because she thought something was wrong. The psychiatrist goes to the school to see what's going on. And that's when she figures out she's being bullied. And it was by my cousin. But do you know that years later, we're grown now, right? And she told me, she said, she says she doesn't remember, doing that. And I'm like, okay, I give you that. But she said that she was jealous of our family setup. We had both a mom and a dad,
Mhm.
and she didn't have that. It was just her mom, taking care of her.
Yeah.
And so I need to really internalize that story. That will really help me to write this note
Well, a couple
because
of
it's
things.
something that I have not done. I had not addressed, like
Yeah.
forgiving her.
Yeah, like what if we have like lots of compassion for people who do things like, and she was jealous.
Yeah.
It's like she's got a mom and a dad. I only have a mom. And maybe like my mom has to work 2 different shifts or 2 jobs just so that we can pay the rent. Like we don't know what was going on. Just human psychology is so fascinating. So what if we just have so much compassion for what happened in our past because it's made you who you are today? And that story, there's got to be a way that we can use that story for what you're doing right now. I don't know
Wow.
what that is yet.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. Like, we're going to talk about how to get you speaking, but let's just talk about this imposter syndrome. So your homework of assignment so far is to write a letter, basically to your kindergarten aged cousin.
Okay.
Now, this imposter syndrome, how does it show up for you?
Um,
Like, what does it say? What do you feel in your body?
it says it's some comparison in there that says, well, look at look at these others who are are in the AI world, and they're experts at it. They are, you know, they're so much further than you are. But also the thing that comes up is that they have all these titles and degrees behind their name. You don't have that.
Who gave them a degree in AI?
Well,
It hasn't been
not
out that long.
necessarily a degree in AI, but they have a degree, which is, and then so of course then I start thinking, you don't you don't even have a degree,
Right. You don't have a degree.
right?
You can't possibly be an expert in AI. You can't. Do you have children?
I have one, yes.
You have one. Okay. Do you have a degree in motherhood?
No.
You don't have a degree in motherhood and you had a child? How'd you manage that?
Oh,
What?
like, right. But I'm sitting here going, oh my goodness, she is so right. Oh,
Yeah. Nobody gave
wow.
me like a certificate or a degree or an award, like anything like that to say like, okay, Laurie-Ann, you're officially a speaker. Nobody gave me a certificate to say, Laurie-Ann, you can be a speaking coach.
Mm,
I gave myself my own title. I'm a speaking
right.
coach and speaking strategist. It's based on my experience. AI is so new.
Mhm.
It is so new and is rapidly changing. Like whatever it is today, in a month, it's going to be something completely different.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be the expert in AI to be teaching people about AI. You've got a very specific audience. I love that, by the way. Women in their second act. And you are showing people, teaching people how to use AI as their personal assistant so that they quit being so burnt out and doing all the things in their life, in their work, in their business, in their family. What would it look like for you to step into your expertise and own it?
Wow. So it would definitely be a confidence booster.
Okay, what does that look like?
So so I can see myself speaking, even being the sought after
Oh, yeah,
person,
that goes without
because,
saying.
yeah, like people are saying, oh, we need you. We, yeah, you need to come over here and teach our people. They need what you have. And yeah, that
So,
would mean that I would be stepping into or embracing that I am the expert. And
yeah,
if not, if and I'm at least two steps ahead of those who I am helping.
right. They're probably like, don't even know which platform to use. Do I use Chat? Do I use Perplexity? Do I use Claude? I mean, who knows how many others there are to choose from. You ask them a couple of questions. Here's the one that I think you're going to best resonate with because I've used them all. And maybe that can be step one.
Mhm.
And some people just have no idea like what to use it for. I mean, I had to hear somebody say that he used it for his workouts. And I went, light bulb. when it's chat, and I feel like I literally put in my, like, "Here are my goals. Here's what I wanna do, and here's the available time," and it gave me, like, a workout schedule. It's so sometimes it's like you have to hear this, hear ideas in order to know what to put in there, and so you could be that person who is teaching people, "Here's an idea of the day." You go into your refrigerator, don't know what to cook for dinner. "Hey, chat, here's what I have in the fridge."
Right? Yes.
What can we do with this? And it pops out a recipe and like, "Whoops, guess what? I didn't have to go to the grocery store."
All of the things that I teach.
Yeah, but, like, there are people like me that are even using ChatGPT and using AI in their business, and I just need other ideas because it opens up another door.
Right.
You are the expert. So here's my next question. If you were to step into and own this expertise, how would you feel?
I would feel, man, proud of myself.
Mm.
Like like I'm doing it. It's and I think that I would um want to talk to that younger Sean, right? And tell her, "Y- See what we did?"
Right? How would you stand?
Oh, with my head held up and
Mm.
not looking down thinking, "Oh, I'm worrying about the next person who's doing it too."
Yeah.
So just, yeah, erect and
Yeah. What's your energy?
energy is like the word that's coming to mind is like empowered.
Right.
Just, oh, yeah.
Are you smiling? Frowning?
I smiling, of course.
Okay, so you're standing tall,
Mhm.
head held high, smiling, feeling empowered.
Yes.
That's your recipe for confidence. Now imagine if you step into that and then you make a phone call or you send an email, you write that email, or maybe you get chat to try to help you write that email, which is more likely what's going to happen with you, to a meeting planner to say, "Hey, this is what I do. Would your members benefit from this?" Learning how to use AI as a personal assistant to prevent burnout, get more done,
Right.
feel happier with their lives.
Yes. Okay.
You like that?
I like that.
I like this shift in your energy that I'm seeing, because
Yes.
when you're in that confident place, you are going to write a different email. You are going to have a different conversation on a phone call, on a Zoom call with somebody versus, "I'm not the expert." And then you slump down. And the meeting planner who's on the other end of the phone is just like, "We'll get back to you,"
Yes.
because they're feeding off your
My
energy.
energy. Yes.
So where have you spoken?
So I have conducted like my own workshops.
Good.
Um,
Love a self-hosted workshop.
yes. And I have done a score presentation. I think that's it.
When's the last
I
time you
could
did
have my
SCORE?
score was in February, I think.
Okay. I want you to contact them again
Mhm.
and get something on the books. Get another
Okay.
workshop booked. That went over so well. I'd love to book another one with you.
Well, and that's a thought because they actually told me that, um, "You're welcome back anytime."
Fantastic. Let's take advantage of it. Because next time you speak for them, I want you to say to them at the end, I had so much fun doing this and I love talking about this topic. Who do you know that could invite me into their group?
Mm,
Because meeting planners know meeting planners.
right?
People that run organizations know other people that run organizations. And
Yes.
all you're asking for is two referrals. And this is how speaking snowballs.
Wow. It was right there.
That's right. But you got to start somewhere. Another idea. Where are you located?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Are you a church woman?
Yes.
I've done a lot of speaking at churches also
Okay.
because they have women's groups. And they were churches
Right.
that I didn't belong to, by the way. I wasn't a
Okay.
member. So just being able to reach out to some fellow churches because this is going to be like your demographic. And just asking the secretary, the person who picks up the phone, do you have a women's group? Most likely they're going to say yes. Or you can find the information out on the website. Who should I talk to about the women's groups? And they'll give you a name and maybe even an email so that you can reach out to that person and just let
Okay.
them know, like, this is what I do. I just want to get you
Yes.
started. I want to get photos so that you put this on your website
Mhm.
and then you get to talk about it on social media. I'm headed to this particular location. This is what we're going to be talking about. I have some new prompts for these women. I'm so excited. Then afterwards, you're talking about it again. I just finished, or yesterday I did this talk, last night, and you just like talk about it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
How's all that sound?
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, here's what is one or two gold nuggets that you were walking away with today?
Oh, there's so many. How do I narrow it down?
Go ahead,
Okay,
just keep
so
rattling them off.
so first with the my voice, okay, and how doing this homework, this mindset shift that it's going to be huge.
Yeah.
And I love what you said about how we'll be able to use that story some way. um, and with the imposter syndrome, um, the fact that it doesn't go away, it's not a bad thing, but it just helps to keep me on my toes,
Right.
noticing where it's when it's going to show up, and then
Yes.
just saying, okay, it's okay.
It's
It's
okay.
back, but we'll deal
No
with
big
it.
deal.
Right. And
Yes.
that I am the expert. I and I'm trying to recall what we went over, but it was something about leaning into, oh, the fact that that was it. So that's number 1. I don't have a degree in motherhood.
That was funny.
That was yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that could actually be you helped me to start thinking that could be a way that I relate to the ladies because, um, I'm not some techie, IT degree, um, but I break it down to meet you where you are because you're just learning about it.
Right.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. I just want to talk about your voice
Mhm.
again because What I have found, and I have worked with a voice coach also, if you don't like your voice, you're holding yourself back. I want you to hear what it sounds like when you are doubting yourself. Like, literally record your voice versus when you are stepping into your power, because if you don't like your voice, subconsciously you're thinking, "Nobody else wants to hear me. I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't go live on social media. I shouldn't reach out to these places to speak," because deep down, you don't like your voice. I want you to fall in love with your voice. So if you have to record yourself so that you actually hear the evidence, get into that small place, that self-doubt, say like, "I'm not the expert. I'm not the expert. Who's gonna listen to me?" I want you to record even just your name, and this is where I'm from, like a short intro. And then I want you to get into that empowered state. I am an expert. I am an expert on AI for mothers, for women in their second act of life, to help them. I don't need a degree. I didn't need a degree to have a baby. And then I want you to record the same intro and listen to them back to back and notice, hear the difference. I know you'll hear the difference. I want you to do this, and then I want you to make sure you email me and tell me, "Laurie-Ann, I
Will.
I did the recording exercise." And then I want you to tell me what you found, what you noticed. So will you tell people where they can find you, follow you, and learn from you?
Yes. So I am actively on Instagram at AI with Shawn, SHAWN. And I have my website. It is AskShawnAI.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. Shawn, it has been such a pleasure. I'm so glad that you said yes to a speaker breakthrough session. And I know
Yes.
that this episode has helped many, many people.
Well, it has definitely helped me. Like, now I'm going to go and process everything. And I tend to have a delayed reaction. So I'm sure I'll have more aha moments to
I'm
share with
sure
you.
you will. Thank you very much, and hang around if you would like to book your own speaker breakthrough session. Are you tired of hearing crickets on social media? Wondering where to get seen by the right people? Or frustrated with the growth of your business? Then the speaker breakthrough session is just for you. During this free 20-minute discovery call, I'll help you recognize where you're leaving money and opportunity on the table. You'll walk away with tips and a strategy to leverage speaking opportunities to get positioned as the expert, visible to the right people, and monetize your expertise. Book your call at speakandstandout.com/SBS for Speaker Breakthrough Session.